this somehow just got a whole lot worse. Reports coming out about Ja Morant. Turns out that calf injury that he suffered over the weekend, it's a lot more than what anybody initially thought. This season's just going downhill so fast. Some even starting talks of tanking, maybe perhaps for AJ Diabata from BYU, maybe Cam Boozer from Duke. We'll talk about all that, recap this. But what's going on, everybody? Jared Alator here for another episode of Grizzlies Digest. Thank you so much for tuning in to the episode. Of course, not the exact video I want to be in for or have you tuning in for, but obviously we got to cover the news. We got to cover this. This is very, very important. But of course, I want to highlight our 33% of subscribers. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are fantastic. Y'all are engaging. Now 3 videos we've been putting up over the past 24 hours just because a lot's going down. 67% of you have to subscribe to the channel because it's going down. I mean, I could say it, but I'm not going to say the word. It's going down right now, but we'll get right into the video, and that is this. Grizzlies say in a PR post that star guard Ja Morant will be reevaluated in 2 weeks due to a grade 1 right calf strain. Now, this is what he suffered in the Cleveland game, in which he only played about 6 minutes, and then back on the bench in street clothes, and the majority of those minutes with Cam Spencer. We saw a lot of Conchar. Of course, we saw pretty much a train wreck at best. But although I'm going to give credit, Cedric Howard, Zach Edey, Jaren Jackson Jr. doing what they could to hold the fort down in that Cleveland game. Like I said in that last video, again, up double digits actually against a really, really good Cleveland team, but cannot close things out. They cannot close games out. They cannot finish the job. And now they have another injury to worry about. We'll get an update actually on on Ty Jerome. That update should be coming pretty soon. But right now, a bigger fish to fry for Zach Kleiman, Tuomas, Iisalo, the Memphis Grizzlies organization, and of course the fans themselves. Grizzlies starting out 4-10. Somehow third in the Southwest Conference because the Pelicans and the Mavericks have been doing pretty bad to start this season. But that's what's been going on for today. And of course, Hot Takes talks about it perfectly. You name it. I mean, knee injuries, ankle injuries, back injuries, shoulder injuries. I'm not going to read that last one out loud, but I mean, that's a Hot Takes graphic showing just the amount of games that Ja Morant has missed. That goes over the little incident that happened about 2 seasons ago around the 2023 season where he had to miss over 20 games for the controversy on his Instagram Live. But either way, it's just like he cannot play a stretch of just like 8 straight games. Looked like he was going to at one point early this season, but of course that didn't happen. It was another setback for him, and this is just going to be another setback for the team itself because, I mean, like I said in the last video, they need him to play. In these next couple weeks, without Ty Jerome, I mean, I was thinking that the calf injury was not going to be significant, maybe miss a game or 2 at best, but he's going to have to be reevaluated in 2 weeks, and hopefully Jerome will be back in time. Of course, the Grizzlies just signed Jemiah Mashack, the Tennessee kid, the second-round pick for Memphis over the summer. Got to see a little bit of him over the summer, but it's still not going to make up for all of this. And for the Grizzlies, I mean, this is a really crucial time to kind of figure out their identity and kind of what they're going to be this season. So this is the depth chart as I showed you in last night's video, but now looking back on it after this report. So you got no Morant, no Jerome, no Small, no Pippen Jr. You have Cam Spencer, KCP, Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey. I feel like we might just making we might just be making more videos about Cam Spencer, Cedric Coward, and Jalen Wells coming up later on this week or later next week, because they're going to have to play a huge role with Morant out. And like I said, Jaren Jackson Jr. just maybe playing some point in some of these sets that Tuomas Iisalo is going to have. And you can only do so much right now. But this is a really crucial time for the Memphis Grizzlies to really, figure out who they are, and I just, obviously do the best you can. I mean, we're not expecting anything perfect or bright. I mean, again, it's just the basketball gods just for some reason conspiring on the city of Memphis and its professional basketball team, really testing to see if they can come back from all of this. A lot's been happening the past couple of years. I mean, even the heartbreaking first round loss in 2023, but it seems like the gods, that they are just for some reason conspiring against the Grizzlies, and we have no choice but to kind of just sit and watch and just hope for the best, and hope that obviously that Morant's okay. I mean, health is the most important thing. We want him to be okay. We want him to come back at 100%. We just don't want him to come back, like some rinky-dink player. I mean, we want him to come back, be 100%, be healthy, be ready to play, be ready to execute. And that's all we can ask for at this point. So here's the the GTC account saying, let's prepare the full tank. Anyone not on board with that at this point is delusional. And that's quoting the Grizzlies PR report on Morant, on his calf strain. So I'm going to go to say that this is not, that's not that radical to say at this point. I think we really think that we can do something. Yeah, Memphis can definitely do something with their guys at full strength. But the problem is we haven't been able to see that all season long, and we're really not going to see that until probably late January of 2026. So at that point, do you just say, okay, well, what direction do you want to go in? Do we just want to see, hey, let's see where Ja is at in 2 weeks. Let's see what he does. Let's try and get through these stretch of games as much as we can. They'll have San Antonio for Tuesday night on NBC Peacock. So the Grizzlies, they'll get their first taste at the NBC comeback, Round Ball Rock. That should be a very, very fun event. I'll definitely be watching that. But the Grizzlies have a lot to deal with right now. I mean, I'd like to see them play at full strength. I mean, we all want to see the Grizzlies play at 100% full strength. But the truth is, I mean, if that's not going to happen, then what direction do you want to go in at this point? Obviously, again, early in the season, 4-10. I still don't think it's necessarily panic time. But it's just a case of where, I mean, we can't play and be confident on the court and look at this team and think, well, this is a playoff contending team. We can't look at this team right now and say this is a playoff team. We can't say that. We can't do that. I mean, if you're trying to say that, I mean, you're just lying to yourself. We have to have our best guys on the court. We have to have all of our guys on the court, because we got a good 11, 12 guy rotation if we have every guy out there. I really think so. But we're not able to see that because we haven't had the chance to do that yet. And, it's just the luck of the draw. I mean, it's part of life, and it's just, life is not being good to the Memphis Grizzlies right now. Let's just put it that way. So this is the next stretch of games. Of course, I talked about the San Antonio game. Sacramento, they're at Dallas, against Denver, at New Orleans, at the Clippers, at the Kings, at the Spurs, against the Clippers, and against Portland. So they got to stretch. Basically, they got two teams twice in this next stretch of games that we're showing right now. They actually got, well, 3. So they got Sacramento twice, LA twice, and San Antonio twice. Yeah, there you go. San Antonio, Sacramento, LA. There we go. Okay, so again, this is not a really favorable schedule for them. I mean, especially if you're talking about San Antonio. Wembanyama, he's been suffering through some minor things. Luke Cornett having to play in his place recently. But you look at Denver, you look at the Clippers, you look at Portland. They've been pretty good this year. Dallas, I mean, they're just trying to figure things out the best they can. But, I mean, at that point, and we remember the Grizzlies beating the Mavericks in group play for the in-season tournament. But Cooper Flag is still starting to figure things out. And with no Ja Morant, it's like, who knows what will happen in that game, because he's going to get better and better every day. But I'm thinking I'm going to shoot for Ja to maybe be back that weekend. Maybe that weekend of December 5th through December 7th. I mean, I'm thinking at least you think he should be back by then. Again, it's a grade 1 calf sprain. It's not the complete end of the world, but if you want to be safe about it, you might see him back in that LA Clippers Portland weekend. Those last 2 games on that schedule might be the first time we see him again, coming back from injury. But either way, a lot to think about. Leave a comment down below. Your reaction, Ja Morant getting injured, will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. You can like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Again, leave a comment down below your thoughts on Morant being injured, and we will see you in the next video.